Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks. And what am I going to talk about today? How about, what if you were great? You know, it's interesting when we talk about greatness, right? Because a lot of times people think about stats, or they think about great being how somebody looks, or they think about great being how much money they make, or different things like that. But really and truly, greatness has to deal with accomplishments. It deals with what happens when you're in that clutch moment. What do you come up with when all the pressure's on? Is that your great moments? Like, how are you defined in those moments? Is it that you're going to choke it up? Or is it that you're going to excel? So greatness, when we think about that in those terms, comes into also innovation. How are you able to come through those things? Was it hurdle 1 that stumped you? Hurdle 2 that stumped you? Hurdle 3 that stumped you? Or did you just blaze through all of them and just come up even better on the other side? It was interesting for me the other day. I was driving the truck going to change out the camper. And basically what happened was the turbo sleeve on the truck came off. And most of y'all don't know this, but these big trucks, if this sleeve isn't on there, it has no power at all. So at this moment, I'm looking through the truck trying to find tools. And for some reason, I had taken all the tools out of this truck. Couldn't find not one. And then as I kept scavenging, I came across this one little thing. Now, this isn't what it was used for. The intended purpose is not for this. But I had to decide to try to find something that wasn't ideal and make it work. And so on the side of the road, I had what they call this little claw foot wrench. And I'll show it to you. This is it. This little bitty tool, it's designed to have a handle on it so that you can actually turn it. But it didn't have that with it. And it was just big enough to fit on that bolt to tighten it down. Now, how many of us would have quit in that moment? How many of us would say, I have to have the ideal thing. I have to have the thing that is made specifically to get me out of this? Those people that would say, I have to have that specific thing would probably still be on the road right now. And when I say on the road, I mean sitting on the side of the road. There's a lot of things in life that are made just to see if we're able to open our eyes and look for other possibilities. It's not always about the right thing per se for the job. It's about the right thing in that moment for the job. And so we've got to be able to be mindful of the right things in that moment. Even though it looks like it's not the right tool for the job, it probably will get it done. What am I trying to say here? I'm just trying to ask the question of how many things in our lives could have gotten the job done, but we overlooked it because we didn't think that it was good enough at that time, or we didn't think that it had what it took to get it done. This could be a thing. This could be a person. We got to take an inventory of the different people in our lives. Sometimes we may underestimate their ability to help us in the time that we need it most. Continuing on my day, I had to go pick up one of the trailers that I had. And this was for the camera. As you know, we do film and TV. Get there, try to hook the trailer on. And unfortunately, the wrong hitch was on the truck. Not usually a problem. I have another hitch. But the key wasn't in there to take the hitch off. Okay, so how do I solve this problem? Looking for the tools again, I can change the ball and put on another one. But I don't have a wrench. Oh, wow. Do I quit and just say, well, I've just got to drive home and don't worry about it? Or do I look for something else that I can use that'll get the job done just as well? All I could find was this, a C-clamp. Now, a C-clamp's not used for taking a hitch ball off. But in this moment, I tightened it and I turned it to get the bolt off. How many things are you able to improvise? How many things are in your disposal that you can use that doesn't look ideal, but would actually get the job done? What am I saying here? I'm basically saying, make sure you're not overlooking the one thing that could probably do the job for where you are at that moment. Because without going home, there was no other way for me to do the job. And if I went home, how much time would I have wasted? How much gas would I have wasted? This was an opportunity in the moment to seize something that just didn't look like it should have worked. But I was open to the possibility that it just might. This is yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks, and I'm just encouraging you to look for the unideal things and give it a shot, because you'd be surprised. It just might be exactly what you need. KevinKeySpeaks.com, and I will see you on the next one.
Looking for a turnkey production solution? Moonman DJS has the resources to start and finish your project on time and in budget. We're the go-to studio when you want wow to happen. Everything is also available in-house, from LED volume wall to interactive lighting scenes, high-end cameras and equipment. LED screens help maintain audience engagement with the speaker and content by keeping their focus locked on stage. This prevents the viewer from having to shift their attention back and forth to distant projection screens. In film production, LED has quickly carved its place in virtual driving scenes. This helps cut costs with reshoots, various safety issues surrounding being on live roads, and unpredictable weather conditions. You can also extend or flip day and night scenes more easily and controllably. Tired of boring backdrops? Let LED give you a creative license to run wild. There's no limit to the various configurations to match your stage and theme. Everything is possible, just think it up. From theater to music events and theme-based shows such as hair, fashion, and design, everything can benefit from the wow and interactivity of LED. There is also in-house studio time available if needed. We're located in the heart of downtown Birmingham, Alabama, and our service area is the Southeast. Contact us today so we can design a package that's right for you.